Good evening, everyone. Yes. You need a statement? No, nothing special to say. That just this morning. Yes.
What do you think of the process of this resolution that was passed on MINURSO in terms of the group of friends and then the late provision to the elected members, things that Uruguay and others said, and also, is it possible for Polisario to speak from this podium, given that they're a party to a UN-mediated process? Thanks.
I don't see why Polisario not speak from this podium. So unless you have, then you have to check for what reasons, because they're supposed to speak whatever they want, wherever they want. So now regarding the process, so we took note, and it's the resolution. This morning's resolution was adopted, and clearly it renewed all the essential elements that first the mandate is for 1 year. The second thing is the basics that the support to the Secretary General and to his personal envoy. Of course, you're aware of the problems that resulted with the expulsions of the 84, if I remember, members of the MINURSO, but this is not a problem between us and Algeria or anybody else, and it's between the Security Council and the one party to the conflict. It's not. It's the Council. It's the Council, not us. I have nothing to say about this. It's, definitely the MINURSO cannot act with a shortage of personnel, especially the civilian component. But we'll be hearing from, I think, the DPKO and the Secretary General on this. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Ambassador, today the Security Council has called for, I think, the 5th or 6th time for the registration of the people living in the populations in Tindouf, but Algeria has been blocking that. Why?
We are not blocking any such a thing, as you have said, as you have repeated it so many times, and definitely no. The registration, by the way, UNHCR is there, and it was there for the last 40 years. So you could check with UNHCR if they're not there. The registration is one element of the refugees, is one element of the settlement plan. So you took one element out of the whole context. So as soon as there is a referendum, I think in 5 minutes, it will, as soon as the Morocco will accept the holding of the referendum, there will be registration. But the registration is there, the people are there, the UNHCR is there. They're traveling back and forth all year long, so there's no problem for that. We have absolutely no problem. This is, I can tell you.
But there's a humanitarian crisis, so why Algeria is sort of linking the counting of the people to
We are not linking the registration to any humanitarian crisis. Yes, there were humanitarian crises. There was one. You had huge floods, and I understand that your country was not very happy with the donors. By the way, today's resolution was adopted, and he mentioned the call for a donors briefing on the refugees. I hope that you understand that we have been sheltering and helping. It's not only international aid; it's also Algerian aid directly and constantly. We never failed for that from helping the refugees, Sahrawis or others, for the last 40 years. So we are not blocking. This is a nonsense. This is absolutely nonsense. Yes, madame.
Ambassadeur, j'aurais 2 questions à vous poser. Une première sur le rapport du secrétaire général. Une première version faisait référence dans le paragraphe 80 à Khat Shahid et Shabab At-Taghir qui ont été supprimés. Alors une question posée à Khdad mercredi dernier, il a répondu. Une question posée à Khdad mercredi dernier, il a répondu que c'était à l'Algérie, il faut voir avec l'Algérie. Donc quelle est votre réponse par rapport à ça? Est-ce que l'Algérie
Je ne sais pas ce qu'il vous a dit. L'Algérie n'a pas... C'est un rapport du secrétaire général, ce n'est pas un rapport de l'Algérie. L'Algérie, contrairement à d'autres, n'a pas vu ce rapport. Elle l'a vu comme tout le monde, le jour où il est sorti. Donc vous pouvez aisément le vérifier. Je ne sais pas de quoi vous parlez. Nous n'avons jamais eu accès à ce rapport avant. On l'a eu comme tout le monde.
L'enregistrement est encore là, c'est ce que
Mais je vous le dis,
a répondu.
Je suis le représentant de l'Algérie, je vous dis que je ne l'ai pas vu.
Une autre question, celle-là relative au détournement de l'aide alimentaire. Je sais, vous allez me dire, ce rapport date de 2007. Moi, je parle de la
2004.
résolution,
Ça veut dire 2004. Oui.
2015 adoptée par l'Union européenne et qui fait mention que l'Algérie et le Polisario, ils accusent nommément de détournement de l'aide alimentaire. Qu'est-ce que je vais répondre à ça?
Je vous ferai parvenir plein de rapports de l'Union européenne qui disent exactement le contraire. Si vous pensez que, tel que vous le dites d'ailleurs assez souvent et d'une manière tout à fait regrettable, complètement fausse, que les Sahraouis sont dans des camps, je ne sais pas comment vous les appelez, qu'on leur enlève l'aide. Pourquoi vous ne poussez pas pour le Conseil de sécurité et vous-même aller visiter les camps et posez-leur la question directement? Pourquoi ne demandez-vous pas une réunion du Conseil de sécurité sur place, un petit déplacement? Je vous dis que c'est faux, et l'Union européenne a dit que c'est faux, si vous voulez.
Existe, n'est-ce pas?
Quelle résolution?
De l'Union européenne.
Mais je vous dis qu'il y a
du
plein de
25
résolutions
avril
qui disent
2015.
exactement le contraire, c'est faux.
Voilà.
Vous parlez du rapport OLEF? Non, c'est faux. Pourquoi vous ne parlez pas des rapports qui disent exactement le contraire, qui nient ces détournements? Je vous les montrerai avec plaisir. Je vous les montrerai avec plaisir. Je vous prends à témoin. Je vous les montrerai, je vous les enverrai avec plaisir. Voilà, d'accord? Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Edith Lederer from the Associated Press. Two questions to you. First of all, the Moroccan ambassador wouldn't say if or when the civilian component of MINURSO would return. He said what they were most concerned about was the military component, and that the Moroccans are prepared to provide all of the services that the military needs. Is this sufficient to restore MINURSO to its previous operations? And how do you respond to the Moroccan claims that any negotiation should really be between Morocco and Algeria?
Well, you got to take a look into the, including this morning's resolution and all the previous resolutions of the Council. So first on the, it is very clear, it's in 1992, and by the way, the negotiations took place between the two parties, defined, it was accepted by the Kingdom of Morocco and the Frente Polisario. It's not, we haven't, and yes, we are in the settlement plan, 1991 settlement plan, we are officially an official observer of the implementation of the settlement plan. Yes. Regarding the implementation, the MINURSO, I cannot speak on behalf of my colleague, Ambassador of Morocco. He said that, and it's up to the Council to decide, it's not me. As far as I'm concerned, there is a mission settled by decided by the Council. It's not me. So it's the Council to see if, to me, it's the United Nations. Can be somebody else who decides that, and especially the Secretary Council, not even the Secretary General. Yes, Madam.
Considering the history of the referendum, do you have any hopes that it will ever be held? And if so, when? And if not, why?
Yeah, we have high hopes, of course. I mean, yourself coming from the country where you are, it's up, and everyone is now. I could say that everyone is lecturing us and schooling us on democracy, freedom, free choice, whatever solution. It's up to the concerned to decide. It's not. You cannot impose anything. Just go ahead, propose whatever. Say to the Sahrawis to decide, and the whole world. Believe me, I can tell it very in front of you. If the Sahrawis want to go for an integration with Morocco, I'll be the first one to say kudos, bravo. But let them decide. Let them choose. Bring them the choice. Why are we teaching and everyone is trying to see democracy, freedom, elections, and when it comes to decide, no, we do not impose anything. If you impose anything, it's at the very start, it's not a solution. It won't be accepted. We cannot decide. I cannot decide on your behalf. I cannot decide what will be your questions to me. So I lead you. I'll leave you. Give me your questions, and I'll answer. That's it. So it's as simple as that. This is democracy and free choice. That's it. Yes.
What did you think of the African Union's Mr. Chissano the area formula meeting. And also, if we could, maybe we will hear now from Polisario. They have arrived. But first, did your delegation attend, and did you think it was useful?
I
What's
did
the
attend. It was useful. I would have loved that this is one of the part of the problem in Western Sahara. We try to hide it, to put it in the backside. Where's the problem? Even if you disagree, if you don't agree with me, why don't you listen to them? Where's the problem? How can you turn your back to the African Union? It's not the first year. This is the first year where the African Union could finally speak, well, in the area formula, but everyone was there. That's the most important thing. Listen to them. Why? I mean, there is, if you just see the last few resolutions adopted in the Council I don't want to mention them, but you know them, where we love the African Union involvement. I'm asking, and you see the Peace and Security Council of the African Union, the African Union, the panel of experts, the special envoys on all questions in Africa. You have 80% of the Security Council are African issues. So why do we listen to Africa and we beg the involvement of African Union there and not here? Why is it so touchy? Is it so thorny? What's the problem with this question? Yes, madame.
Est-ce que je pourrais me permettre de poser une question sur la Kabylie?
Posez toutes les questions que vous voulez.
Vous êtes en train de défendre...
C'est pas le
de
sujet.
faire- Non, mais c'est quand même lié. Vous
Non, c'est pas
parlez
lié.
de
C'est pas lié du
l'autodétermination, etc.
Ce n'est pas lié
Et
du tout.
pourquoi le mouvement Kabylie il y a une
Et pourquoi
répression
le
de
mouvement
ce
du
mouvement?
RIF je vous dirai la même question.
Non, mais c'est moi qui vous pose la question.
Ben, je vous
C'est
réponds
qui
par une
êtes
autre
là-bas.
question,
Moi, je
c'est-
suis journaliste.
Parce qu'il s'agit le Sahara occidental est une question. Vous êtes journaliste et je suis aussi algérien et maghrébin, plus maghrébin que beaucoup de. J'espère que vous le comprenez. Vous êtes tout. Je suis heureux de vous entendre dire cela. D'abord parce que la question du Sahara occidental est une question de décolonisation. Donc, si vous voulez le fond de ma pensée, c'est une question de décolonisation. Le Sahara occidental est dans les territoires, selon les Nations Unies, c'est pas l'Algérie qui le dit, depuis 1963, territoire non autonome. Depuis 1975, il y a eu une occupation. Je sais que vous n'avez pas le terme occupation, mais je cite le Conseil de sécurité et l'Assemblée générale. C'est pas moi qui le dis, c'est l'Assemblée générale. 34, 37, 35, 19. Bon, c'est pas grave.
Pas le Conseil de sécurité. Le Conseil de sécurité n'a jamais parlé
Écoutez,
d'occupation.
madame, je demande, alors prenez les résolutions du Conseil de sécurité, 379 et 380. Lisez-les. Qu'est-ce qu'elles disent? Elles disent le retrait immédiat. Le retrait immédiat de quoi? Si vous voulez, vous voulez les détails. Je veux parler dans les détails, mais je peux vous en parler. Lisez la résolution 34-37. Qu'est-ce qu'elle dit? Donc, non, alors, je n'ai pas peur des questions. Quand vous parlez de Kabyle, ça, c'est pas un problème pour moi. Hein. Donc, ne croyez pas ça. Sauf que ce n'est pas le sujet. Ce n'est pas ici. Mais je vous ai répondu. Je vous dis que ce n'est pas le sujet. C'est pas le sujet, c'est pas à l'ONU. C'est pas. Et les Kabyles et les Berbères sont partout, pas seulement en Algérie. D'accord? Oui. Yes. Thank you. Go. Since you ask for a Polisario, they're here.